The Kasarani Stadium that got a facelift to host the 2017 World Under-18 Athletics Championships impressed the CAF inspectors, while Nyayo National Stadium, Kipchoge Keino Stadium and the Kinoru Stadium did not pass the mark. But how had the previous football regime, led by Sam Nyamoya, planned to tackle the stadium issue?
The Jubilee government also had in their manifesto, which assisted me so much, and that's what I carried actually, the CAF. There was, in the manifesto, they want to build 4 stadiums in the country. And that's all we needed.
The 2013 Jubilee Manifesto that promised 5 stadiums coming back to haunt and question Uhuruto's commitment to sports. President Uhuru Kenyatta had earlier admitted to failing in that particular promise.
We have not yet built the 5 stadia. But that is just one of the many promises that we have made, which we are willing and ready to admit to the people of Kenya that this to us is work in progress.
During a joint interview on KBC and K24 on the 24th of September, a day after the withdrawal of Chan rights from Kenya, Deputy President William Ruto found it extremely difficult to explain the progress in the stadium's promise.
We have a new stadium being built in Makueni. It's all factual. We have a new stadium being built in Marsabit, in Saku constituency, right in Marsabit town. We have a new stadium going on in Eldoret. We have a new stadium going on in Chuka. So as for building the stadia, we are well on course. 5 years ago, we identified building of stadia as an area of concern for our country.
Lakini kama sasa mnasema mnataka kusaidia vijana, lakini hakuna viwanja mtengenezi, then hao vijana wenye mnasema ni akina nani?
Let's say we own up for them not having been ready months in advance. Okay? That we can own up and say we could have finished them earlier.
No 5 stadiums and no Chan. Football stakeholders would at least celebrate the fact that the Chan bid had seen the government release 4.2 billion Kenya shillings for the stadium's uplift. On Thursday, 28th September, KTN News' Moses Wahisi was out checking if the construction was still going on in the various stadiums.
Kenya might have lost the rights to host a Chan 2018. But of key importance is that the construction work is currently going on in the different stadiums, and come next year, the country will have better sporting facilities.
On the same day, the Parliamentary Ad Hoc Supplementary Budget Committee had summoned the Ministry for Sports to return the 4.2 billion Kenya shillings meant for Chan to be directed to other urgent government projects.
Kivyangu sijajua kama ni ukweli. Ukiangalia pesa zilikuwa zimetengwa kwamba zitengeneze viwanja, wameweza tena kuziitisha, unaona. Sasa hapo pia tunaangalia ni siasa imeingia, unaangalia kwamba hawakuwa na nia ya kuweza kutengeneza viwanja.
That was last week. We also were invited. We explained the situation we have, and of course, like all other ministries, our ministry has had to give up some of the money, but money connected to this particular project was left intact. It was left intact because the money was already committed, so they could not take it away when the contracts are already running. For Chan, we are okay.
Kenya was stripped of the right to host the 2018 African Nations Cup due to political reasons and unpreparedness. Rwanda in 2016 hosted a successful Chan tournament. And while joining us via Skype is Boni Mugabe, who is an executive officer at the Rwanda Football Association. Boni, how did Rwanda manage to host a successful Chan tournament last year?
Initially, we had the 4 stadiums that we used to host the CAF U17 tournament in 2011. So after hosting that tournament in 2011, which we managed to reach the final, CAF gave us an opportunity to even host the Chan tournament in 2016. So basically, by the time we are given to host the Chan tournament, we had the stadiums in place. The only thing we had to do was to rehabilitate or renovate those stadiums from Amahoro Stadium, which was the main stadium, to Nyamirambo Stadium, to Rubavu Stadium, and even Huye Stadium. So basically renovations included expanding the stadiums, adding scrapping off the playing turf and installing a new one and increasing the seats in both Rubavu Stadium and Uye Stadium. So basically, we started our preparations in April 2015. That's because I remember that's when CAF came for their first inspection visit, and all the way, every after 2 or 3 months, they would come for another inspection. So we were able to reach the month of November. All our stadiums were ready to host the tournament, which was due in January 2016.
Well, it shows how far we have come to be able to host CHAN successfully. And we have had people come from across the continent, and they have been happy to be here to watch and rejoice around football. I'm sure the teams from different countries have also been happy to participate.
The organization of CHAN in Rwanda was superb. And one thing I can tell you, the organization of any tournament, the government must be fully involved. President Kagame was fully involved with the organization of CHAN in Rwanda. That is why you see even stadiums were completed 6 to 7 months before. Kenya did not make it as a case study to go and know from Rwanda, how did you make this thing successful?
Conspicuously missing from the CHAN headlines was the Sports Cabinet Secretary, Dr. Hassan Wario, who is yet to make any public appearance or statement since the CHAN withdrawal. Where is the Sports CS?
The last time when we had that press conference, he was in Mombasa for the Tongil Mundo exercise that was taking place here. And most of the other times he is with us, he is here. Now, I don't know.
Why is he so quiet? Why is he? I mean, people want... Here's the thing. I mean, if people feel they're not being addressed, if people feel that the person who should be giving us answers is not telling us what's going on, or is not telling us the way forward, then I mean, what are we doing? Why are we here? So please just speak for him.
Can I promise to try and bring him up?
Because I have tried.
I will try to help access him if that is a challenge. But also I think he has been quite busy. I can only take responsibility for things that I have full control. Some things I can't take responsibility because even if I try to change them, I might not have the authority or the mandate to.
Players, the biggest losers, were almost forgotten on the headlines. Kenya has never qualified for CHAN. Tusker FC's captain and Kenya Football Welfare Association President James Ituma speaks.
CHAN is like African Cup of Nations for the local players, and we had that chance to host and to give some opportunity to the guys maybe who doesn't make to the national team when we play the qualifiers matches, but it was beyond the players and it was about planning, and it just shows how we have, let me say, leaders who doesn't value football.
Kenya was supposed to be hosting it, so basically the Kenyan team was going to play. But now that is gone. Look at how many players moved to Europe after the CHAN 2016 in Rwanda. There were very many players. This was an opportunity for Kenya players to be seen at home.
It was a big moment for me, especially since I came to into this industry about 1.5 years ago. So I was waiting for this because it was a big opportunity for me to do something that I've been waiting for so long. And hosting CHAN and reporting, I even saw myself being at Kinoru Stadium reporting about CHAN, which unfortunately will never happen. So for journalists and also for football stakeholders, it is a disappointment.
Kenya is currently set to host the Central and East Africa Football Tournament CECAFA in December. Kenya's ability to host the tournament has taken over the headlines from CHAN. Lynn Washura for Behind the Headlines.